Hi everyone. So in this video I'm going to show how you create an NFT using Rarible and talk a little bit about my own philosophy regarding NFTs. So I'm already signed into Rarible. If you don't have an account, you'd see a connect wallet thing up here, and there's a number of options there. I used the Magic wallet and they create one, Rarible creates one. There's nothing really on the Magic side that you need to do. So I want to create a collectible and choose a single, and then we choose a file. So just going to copy the file path there for ease of use. Oh yeah, I made one PNG. I've been making JPEGs out of these, but that's just a personal preference. Okay, so we've got one Truth NFT. I'm going to put it on sale because who knows the value of truth. Unlock once purchased. This is if there's a smart contract associated with the NFT, so I'm not getting into that yet. And then here you can choose the collection. So you can choose you can create your own collection, which has, I believe it's a separate contract, or you can use Rarible's collection. So either of these update the Ethereum blockchain. This one does so in, I think, a more easily tradable way from what I've seen. I'd love to explore this more, but it also costs a lot more. It's like half an ETH to create a collection versus like maybe 0.003 ETH to use this one. Well, you'll see that. And yeah, pretty easy decision when you're just playing around at the start. So the name is Truth. Description. Just the first NFT representing truth. Not for sale. So royalties, those are basically a recurring commission to the artist anytime a piece is sold. I think this is mostly to encourage people to actually trade these things. So people price their art a bit low because they know that as it appreciates in value, they'll still get recurring commissions. I don't really intend to sell truth. Well, maybe as an author, but I don't intend to sell it in the short term, and when it does, the royalties don't really feel right with this kind of platonic virtue that we're talking about. So I'm just gonna create that, and now it's actually connecting to the Ethereum blockchain, and it will create this. So this is a wallet address associated with Rarible. Rarible set this up when I signed up with Magic Wallet. Fee, you can see it's 0.03 ETH to create a contract for this NFT. So I'm gonna confirm that. And now it's updating the chain, and it used this 0.03 ETH to in gas fees in order to create the NFT. So while that's working, I just want to talk a little bit about where my philosophy is in terms of NFTs and what makes NFTs interesting. So you can see that that's done. Gonna go back to the app. And here are my collectibles, and you see there are new items available. and there's the truth NFT. So what got me onto this idea of playing with NFTs, I'd heard about them maybe a month ago, and the uh, the thing that I didn't get about it was that even though the original of a piece can be identified and you can own the original of a digital piece of artwork, um, it's still possible to copy non-original copies of that artwork, and it's also easy to make a slight alteration in an existing piece of artwork, and that kind of feels to me like it dilutes the value of owning the original. So if you think of Andy Warhol's Campbell soups, if you sell the only red Campbell soup can, or the one of these colored pictures of Marilyn Monroe or something, that could be the first time that you've sold that painting. And if you come up with something new, that would maybe be prestigious to own the first one, but someone else could take your red Marilyn Monroe and make it a magenta Marilyn Monroe. And that there's a way to dilute that, I think. So really all that matters is to be first. It seems to be first with a key idea, and key ideas are very simple. So the collection that I've put together here is of literal values. So we've got the American values, life, liberty, happiness, Tibetan values of love, joy, compassion, equanimity. Property is kind of an American founding value. And then I'm starting on the Platonic values with truth, beauty, and good. And just a little bit of an aside here, I do have the American values for sale. And the logic behind this was that typically value is so hard to calculate. That's why cryptocurrencies are so volatile, because we don't know what things are worth. We don't know what worth really is, but there are kind of universal values. And there are things that will always be valuable. And my thinking was that if I created the first NFTs that referred only to those values and nothing else, that there would be some good mojo associated with that. And obviously you can't put a price on truth or beauty or life, really. But it's commonly accepted you can put a price on liberty. So that's why liberty is for sale here for 1,000 ETH. And the logic there is that generally people agree when they're trading in spaces like this. If they make 2.5 million, which at the time that I upload this happens to be about exactly 1,000 ETH, that they're able to retire, and then they'll have their liberty. They'll have their fuck you, as John Goodman said in that iconic scene. They'll be able to do what they like and not be at the whims of an employer or a landlord, etc. So if you can put a price on liberty, and life, liberty, happiness are the founding values of America, then presumably you can just assume that the other two have the same value. So that's what I did here, and if someone buys the set, I'll throw in property, because I'm not entirely sure how that ties into the American founding values, but sometimes it's life, liberty, property. Sometimes it's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But in any case, that is how you create an NFT, and that is what I think will make NFTs be valuable, not to be complex and therefore easy to alter, but to be very simple, to refer to very simple foundational things. Alright, I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed.